Deep Valley Voices. Follow up, follow up.
From KLMK in Deep Valley, Texas, it's Deep Valley Voices Follow Up, and I'm Carl Tilford. On our last show, we talked about weaning folks who were addicted to guns, using cat guns. Well, the idea being that they could still have the feel of a gun in their hands as they, got used to live out the real thing. Well, anyway, that was the idea, and I read about that in my social media. Our own Deep Valley Target Master, Tyrone Butcher, was on the program. He didn't think much of it. What did he say?
What I've heard about this sounds pretty ridiculous and insulting, actually.
And Bobby Strove, who was our sales manager here at the station, quibbled with me about the whole idea. Bobby didn't want to be on the air, but he told me in confidence, making me swear that I wouldn't repeat it, so I'm only going to say it once. And he said that he could give up guns if he thought that there was a good reason to, but he couldn't think of one. Bobby said, and I quote, there's a kind of sacred bond. And I don't think that Bobby is an especially religious person, but he said there's a kind of sacred bond between a man and his gun, in particular with his Remington 870 pump-action shotgun, which is kind of what this gentleman expressed.
That sacred stuff resides in that wooden stock and blued steel. From my cold, dead hands.
Well, there you go. I guess there's someone else who wouldn't buy into the cap gun cure. Well, before we wrap up this follow-up edition of the program, a reminder that on the next Deep Valley Voices, we'll have a deep discussion about how AI, that's artificial intelligence, is going to ruin sports betting and how it's already swiped the suspense from sports. That's next time. If you haven't already, be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. That is, if you want to get notice when there's a new show for you to hear. And if you don't, then you don't. And before we go, let's give away some discount tickets to the Deep Valley Winter Fair that's coming up before you know it. Admission is free, but they do love it when people pay something. And we'll take the 9th caller at 469-325-3763. That's 469-325-ERUF. If you like the words instead of the numbers. And if you're calling from out of the area, just keep in mind that number is not toll-free. Time to say goodbye. And this concludes this follow-up edition of Deep Valley Voices. I'm Carl Tilford, and hope you know how grateful we are.
Deep Valley Voices. Follow up, follow